What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Financial Futures, where we keep you updated on everything that impacts your financial life and more. Today, we've got breaking news on a major announcement from former President Donald Trump after the recent debate, urgent school closures happening across the country on 9/11, and some interesting details from the debate that you might not know about. Let's get into it. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay in the loop with all things finance and current events. Now, let's jump right in. So, let's kick things off with former President Donald Trump and his surprise post-debate announcement. After the heated exchange between him and current Vice President Kamala Harris, Trump dropped some statements that left a lot of people talking. First off, he called the entire debate rigged and went as far as suggesting that ABC News, who hosted the event, should lose their broadcasting license. Sound familiar? Trump claims that despite it being rigged, we did great, but he's not happy with how it was moderated. This is a major moment as we ramp up toward the 2024 election, and the tension is only going to get thicker. Now, let's move to something that's quite concerning, especially on such a significant day like 9/11. Schools across multiple states are shutting down due to threats, and it's not just isolated incidents, this is happening all over the country. For example, in Ohio, several school districts, including Buckeye Local Schools in Jefferson County and Middletown, Ohio, have decided to close due to potential threats around this day. It's a tough situation for parents and students who are trying to stay safe. And it doesn't stop there. Texas has seen similar situations, with schools in the Killeen area, like Copperas Cove ISD, facing threats but deciding to stay open despite the heightened risk. In Knoxville, Tennessee, the situation escalated further, with police arresting at least 6 youths in connection to school threats. This is all happening in a very short time frame, and the safety of our schools is at the forefront. With threats like these popping up across the country, it's important to stay vigilant. These closures and incidents serve as a somber reminder of the continuing impact of 9/11 on our national consciousness, and the importance of remaining prepared and cautious even decades later. Speaking of national security and leadership, let's switch back to the debate. We got some heated exchanges between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, with each trying to land hard blows on the other. One of the most memorable lines from Harris? She called out Trump for leaving the country in the worst state since the Civil War, referring to the attack on democracy during the January 6th insurrection. Trump, of course, wasn't holding back either. He fired back, claiming that Harris was a Marxist and that she and President Biden had destroyed the economy and made the U.S. weaker on the global stage. What's interesting is the voter reaction. Even Fox News, which has typically been more supportive of Trump, ran a voter panel that claimed Kamala Harris actually won the debate. The panel criticized Trump for using the same talking points and not bringing anything new to the table. This could be a game changer for Harris as the election heats up. Now, shifting gears to international news, something pretty huge just happened. Ukraine launched one of its biggest drone attacks yet on Moscow, the capital of Russia. This is one of those moments that really makes you stop and think about how the tides have turned. Remember when Russia invaded Ukraine, and many believed it would be a quick and decisive victory for Russia? Well, here we are, over 2 years later, and not only has Russia failed to fully conquer Ukraine, but Ukraine is now striking at the heart of Moscow. This is no small deal. It's got a lot of people in Russia, even some of Putin's supporters, questioning his leadership. Could this be the beginning of the end for Putin's reign? It's hard to say, but one thing is clear: Ukraine is not backing down, and this war is far from over. Let me know what you think in the comments. Could this be the turning point in the Russia-Ukraine conflict? In related political news, Trump is also stirring the pot by urging Republicans to shut down the government if they can't pass a hardline voter ID bill in the upcoming spending package. If Republicans take his advice, we could be looking at another government shutdown in the near future. For those who might not be familiar, government shutdowns can have massive impacts on everyday people, including delays in Social Security checks, closing of government services, and much more. House Speaker Mike Johnson is currently trying to push a temporary 6-month funding bill to keep the government open, but Trump's call could throw a wrench in that plan. This could be a major development in the coming weeks, and we'll keep you updated as things progress. Alright guys, that's a wrap on today's video. We've covered a lot from Trump's post-debate surprise and the looming government shutdown to the alarming school closures on the significant day of 9/11 and Ukraine's bold strike on Moscow. There's so much going on, and it's more important than ever to stay informed. As always, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to leave a comment down below with your thoughts on today's topics. Who do you think won the debate? What are your thoughts on Ukraine's recent actions? And how do you feel about Trump's stance on a potential government shutdown? Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more updates. And turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, take care and stay informed. Financial Futures, signing off.